nonsense that you put me through. I give it up to you, I do it all for you. Maybe this feeling's overdue. You're uninvited, you wanna hold me close, but I know what you up to. Yeah. Why are you hiding? Tell me, what must I do? Come to you.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today is a swatch and review for the Etude House new palette, the Oud Brick palette. So they actually launched 4 palettes in total, and one of it is the Peach Gerbera. It's a collab between Etude House and YouTuber JU, and the other two are Cashmere and Milk Tea. I can't remember the exact palette's name, but it's the mauvish one and a nude color one along with the Peach Gerbera. So I decided to get this one instead because I think I have been getting quite a few toned down palettes recently, so I decided to go for something that is slightly darker in shade, which is this. But after receiving it, I realized that I have quite a few palettes that has the same colored story, but I actually wanted to get this because of the blush. So I do have quite a lot of eyeshadows that have similar color, but I can't seem to find a perfect blush to match with them. So I thought this was really good because it came with a blush color that would actually match the eye makeup. When I receive it, the color in pan for the blush looks quite brownish, so I thought it was gonna be like a contour shade, but when I use it, it looks quite orangey, so it's quite nice and it matches the eyeshadow really well. And this Oud Brick palette also reminds me of the Colourpop Double Entendre palette. This palette has been with me forever. It's kind of embarrassing to take this out because like if there is an expiry date, I'm pretty sure this is expired already. I mean, I hardly touch this nowadays, but this one actually really reminds me of this. So first up, for the packaging, I really like this packaging, even though it doesn't have a mirror and it's quite plasticky, but it's quite thick. So it feels quite nice when you're holding it, and it has a slight weight to it, so it doesn't feel too filmy. I like how it looks, and it's a totally clear plastic, so it has the shade name behind. As expected for Etude House palettes or eyeshadow, the matte shades are really soft and nicely pressed. The color payoff is really good for the matte shades, and for the glitter wise, this one has a stronger color payoff as compared to this two. So these two are a little more sheer, and I think this one it's very suitable for A-tier style because it's quite sheer, and they are all shimmer shades in this palette. It's not really glitter, but maybe they will call it as glitter, but I feel like they are closer to shimmer than glitter. They do have a teeny weeny bit of glitter, but it's not like those chunky kind, so I kind of classify this as shimmer as compared to glitter. If you want something that is really like glittery and really loud, then you will need another topper to go with it, but this one gives you a very I feel like it's a very daily look still, even though it's one of the strongest color out of the 4 palettes that they have released. For the blush wise, I really like the color of the blush because I feel like it matches the eyeshadow very well. And it's really convenient for people who just want to bring one palette out when you're doing your makeup, because you don't have to bring additional blush or like even think of how to match the blush. But I have a problem with how they place this, because I am using a bigger brush for my blush. So when I was dipping my brush into the blush. When I was dipping my brush into the palette, my brush actually touched a little of the eyeshadow because my brush is a bit too huge. So it's either you use a smaller brush or try to be more careful when you are dipping your brush for the blush. It's really difficult to say brush in the blush. Okay, so yeah, I do think that this placement, it's a little difficult for bigger brush, but for the color wise, it's perfect. So I really like this palette, but I feel like if you have say the Caffeineholic palette or even the 3C Overtake palette autos. Actually, this is a very common color story, so you don't necessarily have to get this palette, but if you want to get it because of the blush like myself, then yeah, this is really a nice palette to have. And I basically use all of these colors for my eye makeup, so it's really simple. Just go from the lightest to darkest, and then yeah, that's all. You don't have to think of how to do your makeup because everything is very simple. And I feel like this glitter matches this color, and this one goes with this one, and this one goes with this one. So if say you only want to use two colors, like one matte and one glitter, you can definitely use like the colors in here to match, like the lightest and the middle shade and the darker shade. So it's a really simple palette for daily use.
You're mine, mine, mine. It's right, right, right. It's right, right, right. Right now. Why are you hiding? Tell me, what must I do? Come to you, come to you. You're mine, mine, mine. It's right, right, right. It's right, right, right. Right now. Why are you hiding? Tell me, what must I do? Come to you, come to you. I tried to let go of all of the nonsense that you put me through. I give it up to you. I do it all for you. Maybe this feeling's overdue. You're uninvited. You wanna hold me close, but I know what you have to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why are you hiding? Tell me, what must I do? Come to you, come to you. You're mine, mine, mine. It's right, right, right. It's right, right, right. Right now. Why are you hiding? Tell me, what must I do? Come to you, come to you. You're mine, mine, mine. It's right, right, right. It's right, right, right. Right now. Why are you hiding? Tell me, what must I do? Come to you, come to you.
So in conclusion, I would definitely recommend this palette, but if you already have palettes that have the similar color story, then you can pick from the other three. Because this, just like any other Etude House palette, the color payoff is great, the formula and the packaging, everything, it's great also. And especially for beginners, I feel like this is gonna be a very helpful palette because it comes with a blush. You don't have to rack your brains and think of which blush to buy. It's because it comes together with it, and you can save money on buying additional blush along with the palette. So this is definitely a great palette for beginner. And if you are a beginner and you're worried that the color for this Oud Brick might be too strong, then I would actually recommend you to pick the Nude Milk Tea color. The color in that palette is really light, and it's a very clean look, and it's more fail proof in a sense because the colors won't be too strong, so you won't look like you have a patch of like brown here and there if it's not like evenly blended out. So if you're worried that you won't be able to use this color, then I would actually recommend the Milk Tea one. So I hope you enjoyed today's video and this video helped you in some way. If you like this kind of video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye bye!